Atlanta Falcons. Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Torrey Taylor, to do the honors. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And get forward, about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here, 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cop, 18 Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing off the play fake. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They are throwing it again. Nice run across the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Browning nodding into the kickoff. Luther Burden now on the return. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming out throwing is Williams. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Yeah, I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Michael McFadden able to make the play.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Ready, slip. Yeah. Combo.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play, but just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Ready, slip.
Williams set to pass. He finds a doomsday downfield. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Ready, slip.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Ready, slip.
They send a tight end in motion. Now Williams. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And they take him down right along the 30. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3-2, Williams. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Keytrell Clark picks it. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 by 6.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Across midfield to the 45. Past the 25. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now he really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. to throw. Williams. Complete right side. Burton has it. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense, and number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
Vegas, Vegas! Yes, 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 yes!
Williams to throw on first. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. He's looking for Colston Loveland. And it sets up second down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
One of the tight ends in motion left. On play action, here's Williams. Got a man, it's Colston Loveland. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be first down Chicago.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Williams off the play fake. Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Volunteer! Volunteer! Filthy, 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 filthy!
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Catch is made in close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Robinson with the return. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Finds a man right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 40.
Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Pickup of 2 here. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Falcons on top inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Well, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Nice work there to cancel out the penalty and then some. That's 9 yards, 2nd and 6 coming up.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Short pass brought in. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46, 3rd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing it again here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. They were the point after. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Williams on 1st down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. He's back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
A give now from the gun. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
What is that?
A tight end in motion now. First down, Williams to throw. The left side finds Burden. And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
What is that?
On first down, they'll run. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Putting a receiver in motion. Williams from the gun. Finding Burden. Well, this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Ready to up! Whiskey! Stay again!
Here he is on 3rd and short. Pass brought in by Burden. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And it'll be first down Bears.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready to up! Come, Dilly!
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or 2 lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team who are just a yard or inches short on 4th down? Every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
All right, here we go. Second down. Working from the gun, Williams. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Third down, here's Williams. That's Cox, this is Loveland. And he's gonna score, touchdown Chicago! The Bears cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. I'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That one's complete over the middle. Has room into the secondary. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
What is up? Vegas! Yeah. Tango.
Now Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. Gets it to the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
First down, and they go right back to it. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton.
Ready, set.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw here on first down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
From the red zone now. Hits his running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Hey, check that. Ready?
Gets it again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Bears 21.
Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Burden now to return it. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10. 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready, set.
Slot man motioned over. First down throw by Williams. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incomplete pass, second and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, set. Yes.
Throwing from the gun. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Falcons have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Go! Here we go! Here we go! Check out!
Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
On the jump! Tag! Go!
Another carry for Robinson. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
Pad the 60! Pad the 60!
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons nearing their 6th win this season. So Liam Cohen not shying away from risk. He's got the offense out there. They're going for it.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Hut, hut.
They'll throw for it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Set! Ready!
Completed over the middle. And he drives this forward to the 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Caught out wide. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons, speaking of 3-score, came in the 4th. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Now Browning on to handle the kickoff. Burden now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Complete right side. Burden has it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Williams to throw on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Williams to throw. stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First down. Gain of 27 on the play. And the Bears first down.
I see through your act and I
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Third motioning left. On play action, here's Williams. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line.
6 more yards.
The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
First down, Bears.
All set now. First and 10. Here's Williams again. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Stick it in the air. It's Williams. Another pick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. This will be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one.